Some of the best summer fragrances are the ones you can't buy anymore. Let's get into it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today, we are talking about fragrances, more specifically the 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. And the theme this week is 7 discontinued summer fragrances that I believe to be some of the best. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit that hype button, all the good things. But let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it, starting with Sunday. This first one is a legend in its own right. The scent we are talking about is Bvlgari's Aqua Amara. And this is one of the most distinctive citrus, aquatic, salty aquatic I sprayed it backwards. Salty aquatic fragrances that you are ever going to put your nose on the designer side of things. Brighter, sharper, more mineral than your typical fresh and clean blue fragrance. It feels sun-baked, Mediterranean style, just not boring. It has a life and a vibrancy to it. Very unique fragrance, not going to be for everyone, but if you like salty aquatics, I would recommend trying something like this. It's the best Bvlgari in the line, in my opinion, and it also works the best on my skin personally. It still has real character, more so than some of these safer aquatics that are on the market today. Aqua Amara smells like citrus, salt, and hot stone, not just another watery summer fragrance. This one is getting harder to find, so I will do my best to either find this or something that is akin to it. Aqua Amara from Bvlgari. I remember when I had first heard this one talked about and thinking, I need a bottle of that. And at the time, it was discontinued. Luckily, I had a subscriber and a friend of the channel, Benjamin, shout out to Benjamin, send this to me. And I'm so appreciative of it. And to this day, grateful for him doing so. The scent we are talking about is Mugler Amen Ultra Zest. Wow. Just, it still manages, this fragrance still manages to keep that bold character of the Mugler line, the Amen line specifically, but making it summer ready. It has juicy citrus up top, but there's also other things going on here. It's warm, there's a coffee note in here. So it has some depth and complexity for a summer fragrance. It's one of those scents that people still talk about because nothing has truly ever replaced it. And there are alternatives, but it is a shame that you can't find this anymore, or it's very difficult to find. You're not quite sure if you're getting the real thing if you're buying off of a place like eBay, and I can appreciate that. Ultra Zest managed to take the loud Amen personality and somehow made it work in the high heat. I absolutely love this scent. I try to conserve it. It's amazing. Amen Ultra Zest. I tried to tell people this next one when it was available at Nordstrom Rack. I told everyone, and actually, I think it sold out pretty quick. The scent we are talking about is YSL Eau Fraiche. And this is the perfect time of year, summertime, high heat, to reach for the lightest, most effortless style of that Y DNA. And why they discontinued this, I will never understand it. Cleaner, airier, less dense than all of the other flankers. It just is so addictive. Biting ginger note that is sort of the signature of this one. And it definitely goes easy on the aromatics and just focuses mainly on that ginger. The dry down is just as addictive. Some people might call it generic. I personally love it. It's easy to wear casually without becoming forgettable. A very straightforward summer reach that never feels demanding. You could wear this casually and you could dress it up a bit if you needed to. This is the Y line stripped down to exactly what you want when it is really, really hot outside. YSL Eau Fraiche. Guys, it is smelling amazing in this room, if I do say so myself. And again, I'm going to be linking all these fragrances in the description, or at least alternatives to them, like I always do. The scent we are talking about next is my favorite from this particular line. That scent is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Italian Love Pour Homme. Wow. This is just a bitter, more aquatic grapefruit than anything I've smelled in other things. It's just such an interesting combination of notes. It has more citrus peel and bite than smoother versions. So if you're a fan of the Intense or the OG, you are going to get some nods to those fragrances. However, this is its own thing. This is just amazing. It feels rugged, a little bit coastal, and not like a generic aquatic. those fragrances that I mentioned before, they have done a fantastic job cornering the market when it comes to salty aquatic fragrances, but this is a curveball, and this is one that they should have kept available in the line for anyone to grab when they want, because my only regret, as I always say, is that I didn't buy the bigger bottle. Forever, the release that came prior to this is the closest thing to it, just because of how the grapefruit is used. This might have been one of the sort of options they almost went with Forever, and then decided that was good enough on its own. Maybe they had another version of that was good enough on its own to release as Italian Love, and I'm so glad they did. Italian Love took light blue and gave it more edge, bitterness, and texture, and it is something special. Dolce & Gabbana, light blue, Italian Love Pour Homme. This one is probably the darkest summer fragrance on this list. The scent we are talking about is Acqua di Gio, Absolute Instinct. And if you were lucky enough to have your hands on one of these bottles, I mean, you know, this is something very unique, very special for the Acqua di Gio line, without question. It's still fresh enough for warm weather, but it has a ton of depth and presence to it, kind of like the Ultra Zest. There's more interesting notes than you might expect from your typical summer freshie. Now, this has a seaweed note that really stands out to me, and it has that authentic marine-like accord to it, so it smells like you are oceanside. It feels like a transitional fragrance to me, something day to night, something that could easily take on a summer evening out, especially by the water. But it also has this subtle sweetness to it, this woodiness, and this really nice citrus note that lasts the life of the fragrance. One of the more unusual and underappreciated branches of the Acqua di Gio line. A lot of people didn't even realize this was ever a release. Does it smell like the Absolute? Slightly. It's not the focal point of this fragrance. It's its own unique thing, and it is amazing. I actually found my bottle at like a Marshall's a few years back, either a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I'm so happy I did. Acqua di Gio, Absolute Instinct. This is the most simple summer fragrance on this list, and probably a lot of people's favorite. The scent we are talking about is Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Just summer citrus in a bottle, light and breezy, really easygoing. Think like a frozen glass of lemonade or something. Just super cooling. I love the atomizer on this. Why, Mercedes? Bring this back. Don't make this so damn hard to find. Let us smell good on a hot summer day. People appreciate this scent. It smells like Dior Homme Cologne. It truly smells like lemonade. When I let my daughter smell it, that's the first thing she thought of. She said it smells like a glass of lemonade, and she's not wrong. Bright, crisp, extremely easy to wear. Absolutely simple in the right way. Energetic, uplifting, uncomplicated, just overall really refreshing. One of the strongest examples of an affordable fragrance becoming more hyped after it's been discontinued, just more people sort of clamoring for it. There are alternatives. Again, I'm going to link it down below, but this is something I know most of you guys would be on board with. It is that good. Mercedes-Benz Cologne proves that a summer scent does not need to be complicated to be excellent. Mercedes-Benz Cologne. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This last fragrance is Summer Vacation on a Bottle. The scent we are talking about is CH Men Birds of Paradise. Another discontinued gem that was available at Nordstrom Rack for a short time. And as soon as I found it there, I told everyone it's available online. You can get it in store. Grab it while you can. Now, this is probably the easiest one to find on this list. I should be able to link directly to it because it is available on online discounters at the moment. The most colorful, vacation-driven scent in the bunch. Tropical, bright, and more playful than your typical designer fresh fragrance. It has a unique twist here. Some people think it smells like an unripe banana. I kind of get that. It has a little bit of this sourness to it that just works beautifully. It literally feels built for resorts, patios, beaches, and casual summer nights. It stands out for me personally because instead of trying to be everything everywhere, it leans into what it's really good at. It's definitely a specific mood, and for me, that mood is vacation vibes. I'm going to Aruba at the end of this month, and I do plan on bringing this along with me. I'd be lying if I said that when we booked the trip, I wasn't thinking about this fragrance. CH Men, Birds of Paradise. That's it, guys. All 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. As always, would love to know what your weekly rotation was. Drop it in the comment section down below. But more so, let me know what your favorite discontinued summer fragrance is. I would love to know. Guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.